man. You might not be next, but today is gonna come. Da na 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 na. Whether it's the um, mm, mm. Oh, I got one person up in here already. I reckon I know who it is. Why do people who hate me love to be on this so much? I don't understand it. Okay. Go ahead, post up the update. Bro, seriously, it's wild. Like, people who hate me flock to this stuff. It's like they just think, oh, well, he looks ugly. I don't like him. I just really need him to know it. What did I do? We should start the live with positivity. Okay? I'm not dead. I got lurkers, though. And the lurkers are usually my haters. And they're just smart enough to not say anything. But on a positive note, I guess I'm not dead. I'm here now. Everyone's here. I keep saying this. You should definitely go live. You should definitely like go live a lot more. Like you are actually a very upbeat person. People like you. You're good looking. I definitely recommend you doing that. You going live instead of me. Because like my thing is that like I have haters. Like Megas, for instance. Megas is up in here. He's just like he's gonna say some mean stuff. Hey Miss Christy, how you doing today? But I do think that you should go live, Jovi, because like you are like you have a pretty smile, you have an amazing voice, you have amazing hair. I definitely recommend that. Megas, you should also go live. I mean, you're a mean guy. People love that. Whether it's the da na na, da 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 da. I don't have enough subscribers. What do you mean? Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do what? And when they come for you, no one's there. Hold on. I can't get that song out of my head. Love people being mean. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You like everybody loves mean people. So like you would actually do really well if you start going live too. Because you're a mean guy. Why would you already have subscribers if you don't upload content? I forgot. I keep on forgetting that like going live requires an amount of subscribers. I keep forgetting that. That's what I mean. But it's like, you hate me. So it's like, if you ever do decide that you want to make content, you will probably like do really well with that, Max. Then when you cry for help, but no one's there, cause nobody is with the spine left for you to scare. And when they come for you, you better pray that when you go to lick the boot, they don't put it in your face. You might not be next. but the day is gonna come. Man, I can't get that song out of my head. Shoot. Yeah, I am genuinely surprised. Uh-oh. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though, Jovi. You should definitely like go live when you do like get the subscribers because once again, you're like I say, you're very charismatic. You're you're suggesting that I go live here. I was explaining why I don't. Well, one reason anyway, I currently don't have the desire to create content regularly. I figured as much, but I'm just saying though, is that like if I'm just saying though, is like, if people are coming to me, like people come to me because they either want something bad to happen to me or like some sort of humiliation thing, or because they hate my guts, or because sometimes they actually do find me entertaining. But like with you, I'm pretty sure you got charisma. That part. I don't know what that part is. We come for you. You know it's there. And something, something, da, 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 for you to scare. And when they come for you, da, da, da. Man, that song is so catchy. You might not be next, but your day is gonna come. Da na 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 na. Na 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 na. Ah man, what a oh man. Oh Moonwalker, I hope you don't die. I guess I do need to like stop assuming that everybody just hates me, huh? But the problem is that most people do. So I have to like sort of assume that most applies to everyone. It's not being judgmental; it's being careful. But on a positive note, the Oscars are on. Is it the Oscars or the? Okay, hold on. I always get these wrong. Okay, the Oscars is the one. The Oscars is the movie one, right? Because I think one of them. Okay, so it's like one is for movies, one is for theater. I have a lot of people who don't like me. Yeah, but it's like for all the people who don't like, for all the people who don't like you, it's going to be for something superficial, like it was going to be for something superficial and stupid. Like I have people who genuinely hate me for no reason. Like they just don't like me and they want me to know it. That's why I got lurkers. Go to hell, J Rob. Like I knew it. I knew it. This like drink bleach, bro. Yeah, the Academy Awards, aka the Oscars. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Is that like that's the one for actors, right? Like that's is that the one for actors or acting or movies or something? Because like I know is one for actors, one for actings. No, there's one for theater, one for movies, one for acting, and then one for music, right? That's how it goes. You might not be next, but the day is gonna come. Oh, for TV. Yeah. All right. So Oscars are the movies, Emmys are the TV, Grammys is music. All right. All right. Oh, is SAG has one too? That's cool. Golden Globes. See, when I think of anything golden, the first thing I think of is the Golden Gloves for boxing. That's where my brain immediately goes to. Grammys are easy. Grammys are easy to remember because the award is a gramophone. Oh my god, that makes so much sense. I would have never I would have never caught that. I would have never caught that. That's wild actually. It's like that makes a lot of sense actually. It's like it just clicked. Why is it? Man, it's a Grammy because it's a gramophone. Don't forget the AVN Awards. I don't know what that is. Is that like an MTV thing? That was funny as we talked about this before. Uh, okay. I do not follow this person. Why is he on my algorithm? Bro, I've been sub to you for years. I think this is one time you mentioned you stayed by Southeast Texas, small world. You've been subbed for me for wait, how long have you been subbed to me for? Because I didn't mention. Wait, when did I? Wow. Okay. I love. Really wish that people should just. I would love for people to just sort of just say, just pop up and be like, "Hey, bud, what's up? I sub to you. I think that you're cool." Like I get so many haters on this thing. I forget that there's people who actually like me on this thing. You forgot to disable your location one time. You do realize that's kind of scary sounding, bro. Because now I'm pretty sure you know where I live, and I'm going to probably get killed later. Homeboy is like, yeah, man. Homeboy is like, yeah, man. I know where you live now. You're dead. Okay. Yeah, there's no big deal, man. I'm black. I expect to get murdered any day now. You usually accuse them of being haters when they do. Well, I usually No, it's like nobody ever pops up and be like, "Hey, I'm subscribed to you. I actually like you." Nobody actually ever is like, "Hey, I like you and I like what you do." I normally get like haters, bro. Like it's like they don't say that they like me. They just pop up. I tried getting a job out there by the refineries, but the macho culture and those work settings pushed me away so bad. I'm trying to figure something else out. You know what? I get that. I get that. It is kind of frustrating to just sort of like, it is kind of frustrating. Like, it's like people really tend to forget exactly how work environments actually do determine if peeps want to be there or not. I've said that before. And I acknowledge that, Jovi. I think you're an amazing person. I've seen people say exactly that to you countless times, though. Oh, okay. I, I mean, like, people pop up to tell me that they hate me and they think that I'm terrible. Like J Rob is like one of them. Like I get a lot of lurkers up in here who like talk crap about me all the time to me, and I try my best to get rid of them, and they just pop right back up. They're like cockroaches or weeds. But like I do know that like like work. I do know that like work environments usually suck. One time I brought up how the city would be so much better if it were walkable, and I started getting dogpiled on by these expensive huge truck have. Are you kidding me? That's something that like that's crazy. That's crazy. They really was like, hey man, I would love for them to be like, wow, my first like, holy crap. I got one like, I got 10 people up in here and I only got one like. 80 of y'all don't like it, brother. That's messed up. But like that's crazy though. I mean, because I agree. You do I agree though. J Rob doesn't even say that. I don't give him a chance to. He's a troll. But like I agree with that though. We do need more like walkable cities. As a society, we do need cities where we could just walk up. You and J Rob should do a podcast. That would be hilarious. No, you don't understand. He's a hater and I don't like him. I don't like my haters, and I'm tired of my haters popping up. It's this J Rob guy, this FLVOR guy, there's this other dude. His name is he calls himself Wizard Kelly. He doesn't pop up anymore. Then there's Death 33. I get like haters all the time who just pop up on here and just tell me that they don't like me, and I'm tired of that. So I don't really give them a chance to just like add on to it. I just get rid of them, but they just keep popping up. He is here so much. I thought he was a top fan. I don't know what he is. He's a top hater. That's what he is. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with people like that. I'm tired of that. That's so weird though. Like imagine being called woke. Imagine being called woke for like wanting like you like walkable cities is actually like much better anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, imagine just being able to just like I remember watching on television, stuff used to be he's not. Man, shut up, dude. You're a hater too. But the fact of the matter is that like I really it's like I remember watching on television, like the kids would be like walking to the store or walking to the comic book store or walking to where they need to go to and then walking back home. I never understood this whole desire to like make things further away, other than to just make cars relevant. Other than to make cars relevant, it's actually kind of ridiculous. And it's like the only reason why they want to make cars relevant is because of the stupid oil industry. What is up, LD? Shout out to LD up in here, May 2028. Dog, I'm not running for president. I'm too poor for that. I'm too poor for that. And plus, I have people who hate me and will actively like scour my YouTube just to look for reasons to like just basically say he's a terrible person because he said this in 2014 or some crap like that. It's like I would not win. I would run for president and like probably get like 0.1 of the like general vote, and people are going to be like, "You suck as a human being," and I'm like, "Shut up." But like, yeah, but yeah, like back to walkable cities though, because that's actually something that I also would like to hear. I would love to see more of people like advocate for because, like, here's the thing: walkable cities also help with like just health in general because people don't walk places. People don't like to. People, they get in the car and then they go to wherever they need to go to. But if you walk more, walking is exercise. Walking is exercise. Everything is convenient. I don't understand how like people could watch shows like Little House on the Prairie or Yearn for a Simpler Time, and then be like, yeah, we don't want to, but we don't want to. In those types of work environments, they associate walkability with leftists. It's weird. That's so, yeah. You know what? It's not weird. That sounds par for the course, buddy. That sounds par for the course, man. That's wild. It's like they're always so quick to just basically like they assume that everything that helps people is leftist because they're like, you need to get it up. It's like you need to be able to live under conditions that make you miserable. And because when you become successful under conditions that makes you miserable, then we'll feel better about you because we'll be motivated to get to your level once we decide to. Because they really do think that like overcoming adversity is like a choice instead of like just something that you have to literally force yourself to do. It's like going, remember how the black people got themselves out of slavery? Yeah, after years of oppression and being eaten. Like you don't understand, man. Adversity and struggle is actually good for the mental. It's like you're a psychopath. That's what you are. But yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, I don't trust the mentality of like right wingers, man. They're not smart people. No, they don't care about adversity. They want you to live in a way that benefits capital. Yeah, that's true. And that's what I'm saying though. It's like I do feel like society does kind of like every apartment complex in America, every apartment complex should be like some kind of should be like essentially a city. I lasted as a helper for this refinery near Pasadena for like 2 weeks. The workplace culture was unbearable. Yeah, dude, you definitely need to kind of. I do feel like I mean, like at that point, I personally, I just hope that you find something like that, find something your speed and find something that could like, what's what I'm looking for. Hopefully, I hope that you find something that actually does kind of, like is an environment that you can like survive, not survive in, but like an environment that you can bear. Because a lot of people tend to forget that like bearable environments are like people forget that like work environments that's important, man. That's a valuable asset. It's like if the work environment is toxic, then the work is not going to be that good because nobody's going to want to work with nobody. Everybody's going to be too busy wanting to fight everybody. Like people are crazy out here. Yeah, we do need like better work environments though. We really do. Like we need better work environment. We just need a better like environment in general. Like I wish there was a better. I don't know. I guess part of me kind of wishes there was a better way to say that. Shoot. But yeah, like that's wild, man. I'm sorry that you only lasted that long. But honestly, like the good thing is that you know what you want to do. You know how you want to work and stuff like that. Driving benefits capital. Yeah, it does. Ugh, don't even get me started on. I hate driving. I really do. Like I ain't gonna, like if it was my choice, I would never. If it was my choice, I would never drive I would never drive myself anywhere. I never drive myself. Sure, at least you got that luxury, buddy. Now, like I have to drive myself. I don't even have a license. There's no way, dude. Are you kidding me? Wait. You don't have a license, or you had a license and you just never, and you just haven't driven in a while. I got 14 people up in here and only 3 likes. What is up with that? Like, how many people hate me on this app? What's my favorite candy? Oh, all of them. Like I'm fat, dude. Like I will. I'm fat, dude. Like I'm pretty sure like I can anything I can tolerate. I feel like a better question would be like, what's my least favorite candy? And that's chalk, and that's chalk candy. There's no way that you don't have a license, bro. There's no way. Just being observant in that space, you really see how some people are just programmed to work, work, work. We had people there crap on others for working less than 80 hours a week. Working less than 80 hours a week, man. You know what the sad part is that like there's people out there who feel like their way is the way. I'm one of 3 likes because you're awesome. I really appreciate that, LD. And honestly, I hope that like I hope your channel succeeds in like the grandest way possible. Matter of fact, while Smooth is up in here, official Smoothverse Productions up in here. His channel, he's actually a friend of the channel, so I am going to give him a shout out. Give me 1 second. Here we go. He streams video games as well. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but I clearly have a type when it comes to what I like to watch on here. So this is a Smoothverse Productions with the microphone stand. Here we go. The power to elevate the minds of others with your artistic gifts will surely build a love bridge we desperately need. That's a bar, bro. This neck of the multiverse is called the Smoothverse, and I hope you had a safe journey. I don't know why I did that. As soon as I said the Smoothverse, what you stumble on is a place where you can have fun, enjoy yourself, and laugh at my expense. I hope not, man. It's still a growing process, but nothing in this world is easy, and if it was, I wouldn't want it. Feel free to take a look at all of the content I have so far and let me know what you think. If it's certain this is a place for you, we would love to have you here. If not, no worries, because we appreciate you regardless. Much love, respect, and all that other stuff to y'all legends. I love this dude, man. Yeah, come on, y'all. This dude got 160 subscribers. We got to bring that. If I can get 2,000 subs on this thing, this guy should be getting like 3,000. Okay. But yeah, like he's playing Yakuza Like a Dragon, a game that I am actually starting to get interested in myself. But yeah, I hope this actually goes through because I'm tired of black screens like just invading my stuff. Dang it, black screen. Okay. Oh, that sucks. All right, I'm just gonna post his chat in my live. I'm just gonna post his chat, his link in my chat. Okay. Dang it, man. Live so late. Yeah, I normally do it around like 9, but this time I decided to do it early because I don't know. Link his channel in the chat. Bro, we're telling you the screen is black. I swear to God, I think the delay in here is kind of ridiculous. Never had a license, never had a credit card, never had a drink. I don't do a lot. Like, I can't get past the license thing. That feels like something that everybody has. Like, that's like, oh my goodness, that's gonna mess with me a little bit. Link his channel. Okay, I see it now. It came up in the last minute. I'm just gonna go ahead and post his link in the chat. There you go. Please be sure to give him a like and subscribe or everything else because he is cool guy, friend of the channel. I don't understand why it does that. How's it going, Night Ghoul? I don't know. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But it's like, to get back to the dudes basically saying about like the 80 hours, I got my learner license. I mean, yeah, and honestly, here's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna judge anybody for not having a driver's license. It's just that like because of how essential having a vehicle is in this nation, it just surprises me. It just surprises me that there's there's still people out there who have lived so long without having to drive. Because it's like that just means that you got your stuff together. Like you can just and just go to wherever you need to go. It's like I wish I could do that. The youth don't want vehicles. Nah. And it's like, and they shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, why should we have to drive everywhere? It's like, heaven forbid, I just want to go. Heaven forbid, I want stuff that I need to be like within walking distance from me. That makes like no sense. Why that's like, and like, why should I have to drive everywhere? Why does everything have to be so far away? Like I said, you watch shows like Little House on the Prairie, or you watch like these old shows from like the 90s, and like everything is within walking distance. You didn't need a car to go places. Or if you did, like public transit was reasonably priced and you could just do that. You can buy a bus pass, and the bus pass will get you wherever you needed to go to. Like it really did. But then again, a lot of shows like that took place in like the Northeast or like the West Coast. It's not like in the South where everybody needs a car. It's like, the Northeast where public transit is heavily reliable, even though it's a little, you know, I'm not from. I've only been to New York maybe like twice in my life. So, but it's like I do know that like in certain places you could get to places relatively easy up in the north in comparison to like maybe like the south or the southeast. It's just, oh, God, man, they really do. How's it going, Kiki Vasquez 2010? Oh, that's true. I'm actually trying to learn how to drive. Hey, I give you some serious props, man. Like I said, I mean, like the way I see it is that driving is essential. But like, if you can like live your life without having to do it, more power to you. That just goes. I mean, it's just like I like the idea of sort of skipping past the essentials and still like living life the way that you want to do it because there's a bit of a freedom in that. And I don't. If Deluxe is still here, I mean, he brought up a good point. Like, but yeah, like I get it, man. Right wingers don't really care that much about freedom. They just want people to suffer. You don't really need to drive in major cities. They all have public transportation for the most part. Yeah, major city. Yeah, I agree with that. Major cities do got their stuff going on. Hello, Charlie Craig, 4650, and what is up, RC? Hey, says Ronda Rousey is in AEW. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I saw Ronda Rousey in AEW a while back. Is she back up in there? That's true, but it's something I can learn how to do. Exactly. And it's one of those things that like the more you do it, the more it stays with you. Like if you ever get like a car, you always know how to drive it kind of thing. But like, if you don't need to drive, you won't have to. And you probably but it's like if you do, it's better to have what is it? It's better to have a sword in a garden than a gardening tool in a war or something like that. I don't know how it goes. Some people think that working 14 days straight is just flexing like it's a badge of honor. Culture shock to me. And yeah, that's another it's crazy because those guys would do essentially very well in Japan, like no BS. Because the culture in Japan is like, like work until you die kind of thing. But it's like, yeah, man, I totally get it. I'm over this whole working thing too. That's kind of one of the reasons why I go live so often. Lately, I experience road rage because way too much people don't know how to drive. Exactly. I agree. Everybody want to drive fast. It's like these absolute children. Sinners won best score. Really? Well, it better win something. I know for a fact that the Academy Awards is like racist as hell. So it's like if they win, like I'm genuinely surprised. I'll always be surprised when they win anything because like the Academy Awards is racist as hell. It's just a bunch of old white dudes going, which white guy was the best today? There was that colored movie that came out. It's like they're all colored now. We haven't had black and white in years. Sinners deserves more awards, but glad it got that. These modern cars, when destroyed, are aluminum foil crumple. Yeah. I've never seen Sinners. Is it truly as good as it claimed it is? I liked it. I liked it. And you do great on there. I do great on what? I would do great on what? Black Mirror is crazy. I've only seen like bits and pieces of Black Mirror, but I've never sat back and actually watched it in its entirety. Sinners has won 2 so far. I don't know how many. Not all Japanese work until they die. Hikikomori are a thing. No, I get that, but like those guys are usually like set in a way that they can actually like do that. It's like if I could be a Hikikomori, I would. But like if I decide to just stop going to work, I would literally lose everything I got in a matter of like like 2 months. I watched everything everywhere all at once. Jamie Lee Curtis did not deserve that award over Angela Bassett. I actually watched it. I actually watched everything everywhere all at once. I actually watched that movie too, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad movie. But yeah. But like no, but yeah, like I holy crap, 13 people and only 5 likes. 80 y'all hate a brother. But you do you'll do great on TikTok. I actually used to have a TikTok before it got stolen from me. I had a TikTok, and I had a TikTok for like at least a couple years before it just got like taken away from me. And when I tried to get when I tried to use another one and try to start uploading again, it started like lagging on me and stuff like that. An episode about two guys having about fake characters. I don't know what you're referring to. Bro, the people working 14s at the refinery are 9 out of 10. Just no way. No way, bros. Holy crap. That's not like when you say that, it sounds like that's all they're working for. And I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that these people are just working these ridiculous shifts. I don't want to believe that these people are working these ridiculous shifts just because like they are um just because they are, like feeding a habit. He's talking about a Black Mirror episode. Oh, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the Black Mirror episode. It's the one with Anthony Mackie, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Anthony Mackie? Is that the one? Is that the guy? No, it was. Yeah, I think it was. I want to say that was an Anthony Mackie episode. And for some strange reason, man, they really love getting that dude. They really like getting Anthony Mackie busy, bro. I'm telling you. I never saw the episode, but it's like all the like when that episode came out, my Facebook wall was just a whole bunch of black dudes going, "See, this is why they're feminizing us now." And I was just like, "Bro, shut up, man." But yeah, like the very first time I actually saw Anthony Mackie in a movie, it was a movie called She Hate Me, and it was Anthony Mackie. It was him like basically serving as a surrogate father for women who are not a fan of men. They usually just lie. They usually just live above their means or have expensive trucks. That is crazy. Or a lot of kids. That is insane. Oh my god, that's funny. Hey, just so you know, Deluxe Sound, this is content that you're bringing up right now, like the work conditions and how, like, your experiences at work. I know I love telling people, like, like love telling people about that sort of stuff. But I always say this, like, if you have a story, I will. If y'all have stories, I would love to hear it. It was a plot twist and you didn't see it coming. Okay, I thought his name was Clarence. His name is Tony. His name is Tony Mack. I love how it went over 10, but then they realized, hey, that girl's not there. Yeah, bro, it's all really rooted in capitalism. It will be fired. It'll be a fired think piece from you. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I talked about capitalism so much on this thing. I'm genuinely like, I'm pretty sure that's why I got like so many haters. I talk about capitalism so much on here. I think I talked about capitalism on one of my shorts like just recently. Stranger Things and TMNT is the most I'm getting it good. So I'm gonna get out of Stranger Things. You should like watch the series, man. Like you would probably like Stranger Things if you because you like horror movies and stuff like that. And Claire's parents have a really good marriage. Jovi out here spitting bars. But yeah, like I actually talked about like capitalism a lot on this channel. Like in this channel, like throughout the years that I've actually like, how do I feel about the war over there? Honestly, like I'm a bit split. I don't like the idea of I know people that are in the military, so it's like I tried, didn't finish season one. Sorry to hear that. It's not for everybody for sure, but like I've heard a lot of great things about it. I haven't seen any of it, but like I do have friends that are in the military, and they are, like, and the last thing I want is to hear that, some, because like for those who don't know, I actually tried to get into the military like more than a decade ago. I didn't get in, and my life's been in shambles ever since. But like a lot of my flight are still in the military, and the last thing I wanted to think about is a member of my flight like meeting their end because they got put into a kerfuffle overseas that they had no business being in. So it's like I'm not really a big fan of that. These dudes just work till they die, using money on buying sections, keeping up with the Joneses till they die. It's really F to see. Yeah, it is. I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. Like, I am not a fan of capitalism at all either. Like, I don't like the. I really kind of wish that like there was just a. I want to read more about capitalism and philosophy to beef up my take stuff. I totally get that. I definitely recommend. I mean, like, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to. I would say Karl Marx because he's the OG of it, but there's definitely a lot of people that were very much anti-capitalist. The Black Panthers were actually against capitalism. If you actually do decide to want to like get into that, there's a bit of things about that. The orange guy got us into this. I agree. The orange invasion. That's why I call him the orange invasion because it's an invasion. That's all it ever is. But it's like I will say like I'm not a fan. Like I will say this. I'm not a fan of any sort of Cam Arise joke Govia. Oh my god. I am going to. I want to please Camarese Govia. Oh my lord, I am so bad at this. Hello, Miss K. Hey, bro, I just wanted to say that you are deserving of love. Stay up, gang. Thank you. I appreciate that. Love and peace to you too. Um, oh god, I'm really um wait. Kamara Segovia. I knew that. I knew that. I'm reading it as like different things. Thank you very much, Kamara Segovia. And you are also deserving of love. Love and peace to you as well. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. The Orange Invasion really did kind of like I don't like this. I don't like the idea of I don't like the idea of us like getting involved with stuff over there. Bro can't get the name right. Of course not. I mean, your name is it's two different names together, but it's like I already got it. It's Kamara Segovia. I started getting into Nietzsche recently. He really predicted the future. Karl Marx, man, I effed me up bad. These guys really predicted all of this. Yeah, Nietzsche is a nihilist, isn't he? He's the guy who did the he's the guy who expresses like nihilism, don't he? He's kind of like he's a nothing matters guy. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. There was a writer. He was like a cynic. He was like really, really, really cynical, but like I want to say he was a nothing matters guy. But I think it was Friedrich Nietzsche. I'm not sure, man. I don't. Ugh. All these scientists and all these theorists and all these social doctors and stuff like that, they all just sort of fall into the same category for me. Um, but yeah, like I do have friends in the military, and I kind of don't like the idea of them getting called up and having to, like because like a lot of the people that I was in the military with, a lot of them got families now, and also like once you learn that like in history we were the bad guys, it's like anything that happens to us at this point, it just feels like it's well deserved, but at the same time it's like my ideal war situation is when the person who is in charge of one country gets in the ring with the person who is in charge of another country. That they like we're not pawns. We shouldn't be out. I shouldn't have to die because the president got beef with somebody. If the president got beef with somebody, go sell it. Go sell it. Go over there and go sell it. You know what I'm saying? Then we can vote in somebody who got hands. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying is like, I shouldn't have like nobody should have to fight a war because somebody else got beef. If you got beef, go handle it. This is you, you know? If like vote for somebody who got hands. If you ain't got hands, don't talk smack. That would be funny. Mark Lamont Hill summed up this whole situation on the pod recently in the best way possible. G Gundam and the 5-star stories are the only ones that got this right. Bro, G Gundam is like the ideal situation. G Gundam is the ideal war type situation. Like let's just play Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Play Rock'em Sock'em Robots with your best robots and just throw hands. Just throw hands. Y'all should throw hands. I shouldn't have to throw hands for you. Who you think can win in a fight between presidents? Honestly, bro, out of all the presidents, if we like putting them all together in like a big old thing, I would say, like I'm thinking because Abraham Lincoln got hands. Because here's the presidents who I know can fight: Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Zachary Taylor. Um, I'm pretty sure Barack got hands too. I'm pretty sure Barack got hands. Um, I bet FDR. No, it's like the sad part is that like, see, Theodore Roosevelt got age on this side, but like FDR is younger than him, and FDR is also a soldier. I think FDR could probably give Teddy Roosevelt a run for his money, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, his orange invasion take was nuts. I can't lie. Don't lie. Hey, I believe it. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think about presidents who got hands though, because like Zachary, nobody thinks about Zachary Taylor. Zachary Taylor got hands too, but he's just old. Um, and I'm trying to think like Abraham Lincoln. Like it's hard to believe that Abraham Lincoln got hands. Plus, he's like the tallest president, so it's like he got hands and he got reach. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like obviously, but then again, Teddy Roosevelt is like the only president that we have who is a legitimate black belt. But like, I mean, I mean, George Washington could probably also square up. Abe Lincoln was a wrestler too. Exactly. It's like, you got black belt martial artists, you got a black belt martial artist over here, and a legitimate wrestler over here. You know what I'm saying? You got like somebody who like went to school for fighting, and you got somebody who can like, you got somebody who like, learn from the streets, if you will. What about Joe Biden? Joe Biden's dying, bro. He's like the second oldest president we've ever had. He's dying. He's not like, he doesn't even have to get into the fight. He'll get tired on the way there. Imagine like Lumpy fighting Putin, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The sad part is that Orange Invasion and Kim Jong will probably like, if you were to put them together, I'm pretty sure like it will probably be a fair fight. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably tire each other out. Like I don't think Kim Jong can fight. I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying I don't think he can throw hands. So I do think it'll be a fair fight, but it'll be the worst fight we've ever seen. It'll be so terrible. Because they're both like rich kids who just became like people in power. They also have like ridiculously bad appetites, like, bro, they like, it's going to be the most saddest fight we've ever seen. We should really make a fighting game with all the presidents up in there. Like, how like there's a fighting game dedicated to like there's a fighting game dedicated to like legendary figures, horror movie characters. And and one thing about Japan that I like is that like they take some of their most famous people and they input them into like works of fiction. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? I want to bet the current Japanese prime minister could be. He probably could. The Orange Invasion will probably lose to the current Japanese prime minister, but she is a woman. She is a woman. And I think that Trump will like try to play dirty. Putin is a legit black belt. Yeah, like I'm not saying that's the reason why I'm not saying that. That's why I'm not even like I couldn't consider a fight between Putin and the Orange Invasion because like the Orange Invasion will just like he would just die. Like you just like it wouldn't be a fair fight. It wouldn't be a fair fight at all. And I think he got his black belt like actually taken away, but he did get trained for it. So it's like. Yeah, but we do need. I feel like we do need a fighting game with like all the prime ministers and all of the because like we got all the American presidents, but like I say, I want to believe like if you put all the presidents together in like one big free for all, I don't think that Theodore Roosevelt is going to be the one that stands out on top. Orange versus Ukrainian president, like the like Zelensky, right? Yeah, I mean Zelensky got age, bro. Like Zelensky got age on this dude, bro. Like the Orange Invasion is not beating anybody in a fight. Okay, I'm just saying that now. Him and Kim would probably have like a fair. Him and Kim will probably like go even. But the Orange Invasion would not. He can't, bro. He can't. Like the ghost of Ronald Reagan would piece him up, bro. And Ronald Reagan was just as old and just as senile, just as brittle as the Orange Invasion was. Like I'm telling you, bro. Like nobody, like the Orange Invasion is not beating anybody in a fight. He's not. I would assume to believe that like everybody in the chat could probably beat this dude in a fight. Every show of hands, do you think that you could beat the Orange Invasion in a fist fight? Show of hands. Because I'm putting my hand up. Like I wouldn't like. I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be I don't think it would be a fair fight, but I do think I could probably like drop him. But show of hands, who here thinks that they could beat the Orange Invasion in a fist fight? I am so out of shape, and I'm saying this out of shape too. But that's what I'm saying. Nobody like he's not beating anybody in a fight, bro. I tire him out of sheer sadism. Bro, he's 80 and done. Exactly. And the thing is, to make that things even better, he wasn't young when he started becoming president. I did a whole series dedicated to how physically fit I think every president is. I did a series of shorts dedicated to this. Like I did a little bit of research. And that's what I'm saying. Anybody could like Sinners won best cinematography. Let's go. Let's go. Because it was a beautiful looking movie. I work out a little. I think I can. Shoot, I believe it. I believe it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. If you put every president in their prime, if you put every president in the like the first day that they got in office into like a fighting game, I 100% believe Orange could take Elon. I'm gonna make a poll out of that because that's a good one. That's a good one. That was pretty cool for you to do with the presidents. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. You actually saw that? That's a good poll, bro. You just you own one today. Let's go. I appreciate that though. But yeah, like I said, I did do a series dedicated to like if I thought that I could like beat certain presidents in a foot race. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, there's some presidents I don't think I could beat in a foot race. Like JFK, he got one on me. Like I know JFK got one on me. I know like Barack got one on me. I'm pretty sure Theodore Roosevelt got one on me. I think George Washington would probably like beat me too. But like there's some presidents who I know I'd beat. like Millard Fillmore. Millard Fillmore, Porky Pig, looking at that was pretty cool for you. Sinners was a very cool movie with monster design, good storytelling, and the action scene at the end was pretty good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love the action scene at the end. I love the fact that Homeboy really did go after those K3s and like pop a hole in each and every single one of them before he went out, and then got a chance to see his baby afterwards. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. Homie like popped off some K3s and then went to go see his family with that thick Wumi Wasaku. I hope I said her name right. Y'all really think who's the one person who thought that Orange will like lose to Elon, like beat Elon? How would a Sengoku Basara American edition even work? Bro, that's actually like a crazy question to think about. Because first of all, we didn't use swords and stuff back then. Like they just popped people off. It just used the worst guns imaginable. Like, how would that work? Honestly, like I feel like you would have to like do some liberties with like the actual time frame and just like you'll probably have to like take some liberties with the time frame. I mean, the time frame would actually be pretty sad too because like you have let's see, in one of them you will probably be a Union soldier going up against Confederates, maybe a runaway slave going up against like racists. Like if we're thinking like Sengoku Basara style, I've never seen Sinners, and now I don't need to. Yeah, it's a good movie. I'm trying to think. Because like I'm thinking of Sengoku Basara. Because it's like, because also there's a lot of things that go on in American history that we don't know about. Like people don't know about the Battle of Blair Mountain. The Battle of Blair Mountain was actually like one of um, the biggest citizen versus, I think, government style confrontations in American history, because it was like, I think it was a labor dispute, and like, Peeps was like, hey man, treat us better, and the rich people was like, no, and people was like, okay, we got to pop you off. Like, y'all need to look up the Battle of the Blair Mountain, bro. It's like a really crazy moment in American history. Like I feel like it's like I try my best to like sort of do a drop on it, and it's too much to think. It's too much to read up on. But all it is just basically, it's basically like the Civil War, but instead of about slavery with black people, slavery with white people. Elon is about as healthy as Trump is now at his current age. So I'm saying, like, every Appalachian knows. Oh, okay. But that's what I'm saying though. But everybody like outside of Appalachia should know that, because I know I'm aware that every Appalachian will know about that, because it's a coal thing. That was a miner's thing. But it's like I do feel like it's just like everybody should know about that, because it's like that's a very important part of American history. And I feel like if more people knew about that, we would probably, as a society, like be less. We would probably, as a society, like be like less forgiving to rich people. Bro, this dude. Okay, so this deluxe guy, he got some good beats going on here. I'm gonna have to listen to some of these. Godzilla has crossed over with Marvel, DC, TMNT, and now signed the Hedgehog. Who should he cross over with next, bro? I think he just nailed it. He's going on a tour, bro. I smell corned beef. I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, you might be dying. Um, as Godzilla has crossed over Marvel, DC, TMNT, and now signed the Hedgehog, bro. Like that's it. All they gotta do now is put Godzilla in Mortal Kombat, and nah, I shouldn't even say that because that would be stupid. That would be really stupid. I don't want to see Godzilla get gutted up by by like, I don't know, Rico or something. But they do need to put Godzilla in a video game. Is there a Godzilla video game like in this generation? There needs to be a Godzilla video game for this generation of gaming. You know what I'm saying? He should cross over with Transformers. He has it. There was a Godzilla game last gen. He was in Super Robot Wars. Bro, I didn't know Super Robot Wars was still going. I didn't know like Super Robot Wars was still going. Hey, Bane the Reckoning. Do you still have Super Robot Wars? There is a RoboCop video game. There's a RoboCop. I know that RoboCop is in Mortal Kombat. Are you saying that there's a game strictly for RoboCop? You had to defeat him in 3 turns. Why we gotta defeat Godzilla for? Why are we fighting against Godzilla? Why are we fighting against Godzilla? That doesn't make any sense. There was a Godzilla game for PS4. There was. Huh? I feel like, why am I just now hearing about this? There's a RoboCop game. That's dope. If that, like, for all the love of RoboCop is getting, you would think that they would be making another movie. I don't understand that. Like, why are you gonna make me a RoboCop game but not put not make a new movie? Hmm. There was a remake film. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were making a new RoboCop. But also, like RoboCop is one of those. RoboCop is one of those things. It's just it was not going to do well anyway, just because people hate cops now. It's like even from like a regular standpoint, like who's gonna watch it? Like peeps, the best RoboCop was the first. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, yeah, RoboCop would not have done well today because people hate cops. They need to make a new Blade movie. What do you mean? They did. They are making a. They are making a new. They're currently in the process of making a new Blade movie. Like, don't you worry, it's happening. It's just really slow right now. I mean, Marshala Ali is like he's the new Blade. Like it's happening. That's a thing. I keep hearing that like it's just the process is like being delayed or something. I don't know, but yeah, like I've been hearing about the fact Marvel still hasn't hasn't put out the new Blade movie, bro. Is it? Wait, hold on. Is it in limbo? Is it done, bro? Are they like trying to like? Is this like going to be like another Batwoman? Where they just like, nah, bro. Y'all want the Blade movie? Y'all want the Blade movie? Too bad. Y'all want that new Blade movie? Y'all want to see Marshala? Y'all want to see Marshala Ali up in there? You want to see it? Too bad, bro. What? What you gonna do, bro? It's Disney, man. The movie has been in limbo for years now. For real? Damn. They know they're wrong for that, bro. They know they're wrong for that because people want that movie. I know people want that movie, bro. Yeah, look it up. Like when you get the chance, Night Cool, I definitely recommend looking it up, man. It's not, it ain't even pretty, bro. I'm sorry. Like I hate to be the one to tell you that, but yeah, it's yeah. He was actually mad at Marvel because his contract wouldn't let him act in other stuff. Ooh, God, man, they put him in that WWE contract, huh? It's like while you're here, you can't work indie jobs, bro. While you are here, you can't do that. They wrong for that, bro. Let that man make his money. That explains why we haven't seen Marshall Ali and stuff in a while. Because there was a time where that dude was in like every movie. Like I'm trying to. There was a time where there was like there was a time where there was a couple of actors that were in like every movie, and then all of a sudden they just aren't in any movie anymore. Like you did all that complaining just for Superman to become King Omega. What the hell are you talking about? I did all that complaint. What are you talking about? Are you talking about that stupid DCKO? Yeah, these contracts are ridiculous. Are you talking about that stupid DCKO? Because I already said I wasn't about to read any of that jack. Shoot, I said before I ain't about to read no DCKO. The heck with that. Whoever wrote that stupid story, they got hair in their breath. He won DCKO and defeated Darkseid. I do not care. I told you before, I hate stupid tournament arcs, man. I hate that crap, man. True. I hate that. I hate tournament arcs. I hate these hero versus hero plots. I want to see bad guys. Give me one. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. He won DCKO. Man, don't you come? Don't stream video games, bro. Stream video games, man. You mean what happened? Bad guys lost. Yeah, but now Superman is the new bad guy, right? We got another injustice going on. Oh no. The Superman is about to become evil again, and he's about to become like overpowered because he's evil, and they love evil Superman. It's like, oh no, now everybody has to kill Superman because he's like just ruled the whole world. Ugh. Stupid. No? What do you mean no? What's happening? I'm not reading this crap, so you're gonna have to just spoil it for me. He distributed his power? What are you talking about? Oh crap. Is he being put in limbo? Are we just never gonna see Clark again? Is that what happening? That's why Aquaman is now Emperor Aquaman. What or Lord Superbad again? Nah, he's not. Apparently, he's not. I think I'm just sort of like overshot. I think I'm over doing it right now. I'm not sure. I don't think it's Lord Superman again. I don't think it's that. Like you were so off, it's not even funny. Man, go stream some video games, bro. Shoot, go stream video games and show me how you beat the dude in Sekiro. Oh, I'm gonna be in the dog house, bro. Yeah, I'm in a dog house. First of all, I'm genuinely surprised that Superman beat Darkseid because that almost doesn't happen. Like when I think of like Darkseid getting beaten, the only time I ever remember him getting beaten, Doghouse. Why? Oh, it's nothing serious. I'm always in trouble. I'm always in trouble, so I just have to assume I'm in trouble again. But like nah, it's but not like that's what I'm saying though, is that like you ever saw the movie Brightburn is basically evil Superman. I'm not watching that because I'm tired of seeing evil Superman. I'm tired of seeing evil. I'm tired of seeing evil characters just win. I'm tired of that. Like it's already bad enough that the president of the United States is like the ultimate evil. The last thing I want to do is like seeing it fiction too. With whom? Nah, dude. I'm just paranoid at this point. Like, I just remember thinking about I just remember thinking about something that I had to do at work that I forgot to do. And like I realize now that I'm gonna go in tomorrow and just like face like a whole bunch of crap with my boss, who just happens to be a lady. And I mean, you know, she's basically. I know I screwed up. I know I screwed up. Superman and Darkseid have gone back and forth more consistently lately. Brightburn didn't win though. Did he? He didn't win. Because like the way that everybody was talking about Brightburn, I just assumed, oh yeah, he's super evil and he's bad and he just won because he's so cool. He's cool because he's evil. Yeah. I'm tired of that. I don't know what's interesting about me. Like I don't know what's interesting about me. Like realizing that I'm going to be in trouble when I go to work. But God, man, I I'm tired of working, bro. That movie was depressing, but I was like, someone has to stop him. I'm just saying, make Atlanta nerdy again. Man, definitely. I mean, dude, Atlanta is like the peak blurred. Like Atlanta is like blurred Mecca, bro. Stop assuming. What are you talking about? Stop assuming. If there's one thing I know about writers from like that era of writing is that they always want the bad guy to look super powerful before they just give him the finger poke of doom. There's nothing to assume about that. It's like I gotta assume it. This dude talking about making Atlanta nerdy again. Like Atlanta is not blurred Mecca. Like every blurred goes to Atlanta to like pay their respects. And yet we don't have a black nerd con in Atlanta. Bro, y'all got Dragon Con. What are you talking? No, y'all got Momo Con. What are you talking about? You got Momo Con. You got hold on. Ooh, what's that other one? I know Momo Con is like, wait, so Bane Brightburn didn't win? I don't know, dude. Yeah, Bane, you're gonna have to explain that one to him. Like MomoCon is a black nerd con. Like it's peak black nerd con. Like, are you what? At least the time that I was there, I think it was either MomoCon, Dragon Con, or Anime Weekend in Atlanta. It was one of those three. But like, dude, it's like every con in Atlanta is a black is a black nerd con because the majority of people in Atlanta are black nerds. MomoCon is reverse gentrification. What? How does that work exactly? Are you saying that like it used to be a white con and then all the black people showed up? Like outside of Shaman King, where the tournament is the whole anime, bro. I was actually reading Shaman King too. It was I liked it, but I also hated it. I might need to go to an anime con. Yeah, dude, you probably might have a nice time while you're there. Get some cosplay tips, talk to some people, play some games. I like going to the panels and I like going to the panels, but like one thing about conventions that you gotta have to understand is that it's gonna be a lot of walking. It's like because it's convention centers, so it's a lot of walking and it's a lot of I want to go to another one. Shoot, I ain't gonna lie, I'm still kind of kicking myself for not going to the convention that was in Houston like earlier this month. Oh, like in February. Yeah, Phil Lamar was there. Phil Lamar, like Phil Lamar, Giancarlo Esposito, Mick Foley, all of the people that I wanted to meet were at this con, and I was just too like I hated driving so much that I just didn't go, and I'm kicking myself in the butt about that, man. Waiting for you to name the tournament arcs. I don't know the tournament arcs for Shaman King. I don't know them. I don't want to go by myself though. So that's probably the best way to go to a con. Will there be food there? Yeah, there is, but you got to pay for it. Brightburn was supposed to get a sequel, but didn't do well enough. I'm genuinely surprised as to why. Yeah, he's so evil. And he got superpowers, and he's destroying everybody and hurting people because he's evil. I want to see this series again. I'm genuinely surprised that it didn't do well because like everybody's an edgelord. Will there be food there? Yeah. Well, I already answered that, but yeah, like when you go to a convention, the thing about conventions is that like a lot of stuff up in there costs money. So it's like you gotta have to like, I mean, you gotta have a. I mean, you don't have to spend money, but like a lot of stuff at conventions costs money. So we're talking like um because that's not what people think. Stop thinking a Facebook group is everyone. Don't you yell at me on here. It all costs money. Yeah, essentially it do. He was evil. I'm not sure it's truly safe for me to attend a con without a friend, or at least meet one. You know what? That's fair. And the sad part is that like it used to be. Is like you're half right on that, Jovi. It is for the most part things can go wrong at conventions because if there's like a group of people, if there is like a group of people at any place, something can go wrong. But it's like it used to be that people in that community were cool and they were nice. Name me these tournament arcs from anime comics that annoy you. Oh, uh, there was like I said, there was a tournament in My Hero Academia where that little annoying kid won because he was just like because the writers love him. And then there was the Cell Games, which I don't know the Cell Games. I don't know what it was. I just hated it. I mean, it made sense, but I just hated it on principle because tournaments in DBZ went hard. Dark Tournament was the best. I did not see Dark Tournament. I didn't watch Yu Yu Hakusho like that. But like like I just don't like the idea. But I'm trying to think. Like I said, the one in My Hero Academia, I hated that one. DCKO, I hated that one. Um, what's another one? What was that one series where there was like a whole bunch of people who were like manifestations of like gods and goddesses? Like they had like the one where it's like Aphrodite had a like two guys like support her. You know, I really don't like crowds like that, so I'd rather go with somebody. I get that. I spent $60 today at a free convention and at least 2K at BlurCon last week. Wow, what cost 2K at whoa, what cost 2K at BlurCon, bro? For wow. Also, Blurredography, I would totally go to your convention if you ever decide to plan one. Like if you ever decide to plan one, I feel like you have been to enough conventions and you covered enough conventions to have an idea what should and what shouldn't be done. Ragnarok, I don't know what that is. Regular Ragnarok is amazing. Okay. Yeah, okay. Baby. Seven Deadly Sins. I never seen that. I heard that Seven Deadly Sins was ultimately like a series about a dude who was just trying to hook up with his girlfriend who was underage. And I don't know how to feel about that. Because tournaments and DBZ went hard. Sure, but yeah, like I said, the My Hero Academia tournament, I hated that one. DCKO, I hated that one. I'm trying to think of another one that I saw that I wasn't really a fan of. Um, like the original Dragon Ball tournament, I didn't like that one either. Like the one, not Dragon Ball Z, but the one in Dragon Ball, because I actually did watch that one. Hotel, food, travel, comics, gas. Wow. Okay. And my car got towed. Dang. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I think you're right. I'm just trying to figure out what tournament was so bad. Like I said, the My Hero Academia one. I hated that one because like I hated the guy who won it. Because like at the time, I hated the guy who won that one. Then there was a Dragon Ball tournament because that one guy who was literally just there to try to feed his family, and he lost. I didn't like that either. People are trying to get me to start a car in Atlanta, bro. You know what that means? That's because you're the goat. That's because you're the goat. You're the goat. Take the hint. If you don't start it, at least plan something. At least write some stuff down. Like write some stuff down or something. Because like, bro, you the goat. I actually pay attention to the stuff that you write that you be putting on your channel. I should comment more because I do like what you're doing. But like, yeah, man, that's because you a G out here. I don't have 70,000 just lying around. I mean, like, you don't have to think. I mean, like, bro, you can still just write some plans out. Like, you can literally just write out the perfect convention. Let some, like, just let some people know, hey, or better, ask people, hey, what kind of stuff would you like to see at a convention? You know what I mean? Like, just ask people, hey, what would you like to see at a convention? And just write down those ideas. And then just sort of like put together some concept as to what it might be. Shoot. The sports festival I haven't seen, so I can't comment. My Hero, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the one that happened. And the guy who, because it's like they gave it to that annoying kid, and they basically gave it to that annoying kid, and I hate that annoying kid. So it's like, honestly, like with him winning that tournament, that made me stop watching MHA entirely because I'm like, oh, this is what it is. The annoying kid's just gonna win everything. Screw this show. So yeah, I did not need the DCKO. Not the best, but it has a lot of cool moments and fights. I don't care about that. You know me, dude. I don't care about fights, man. I'm just trying to see bad guys get whooped. But like, I hated DCKO because like I was reading the Aquaman comic, right? And in the Aquaman comic there was and at some point like Aquaman and Hawkman fight each other, and like Aquaman just wins. Like Hawkman just gets like this really Hawkman gets like this buff that's like this God-given buff, and he still just gets washed out. It's like, why give him the buff? Like after a while, I barely hear anyone mention Bakugo. Yeah, but it's like I know it's not the show, but that's how it starts. And it's like for the first part of that show, Bakugo is just getting everything. He's getting all the wins, he's getting all the buffs, he's getting all the powers, he's getting all the attention, all the screen time. It's the Bakugo show. He's basically like Sasuke, except loud. I'm not trying to watch that. I hate this dude. Bad guys have families too. I don't care. I'm tired of seeing bad guys win. I'm tired of seeing bad guys win in general. It's like bad. It's like it's like, do we really like? Why should I? I'm not trying to cheer for the bad guy. I never want to cheer for the bad guy. I'm tired of cheering for the bad guy. It's like we literally live in America where evil wins all the time. It's like I'm not trying to see that in fiction too. Literally, the president of the United States think that children are sexy. I am tired of cheering for good. I'm tired for cheering for evil. It's like, can we see bad people get punched in the face more, please? It's like, can evil just get beat up? Is that too much to ask for? Then do something about the orange Teletubby. Yeah, dude. But like, that's what I'm saying though. But that's what I'm saying though, is that like, that's the reason why I kind of can't really, I don't really like mess with a lot of fiction anymore, because like it's just like villain wanking. It's just like, hey, here's this villain. We have to make sure that he's like super strong and really powerful and also really cool to look at, so that everybody can like them the entire time. But don't, I mean, they'll still lose. It's just going to be like at the very last second. They're going to get finger pointed of doom like in the last 10 seconds. Can we see bad people get punched in the face more? You mean like what we see in fiction now? Give me one example of bad guys getting punched in the face. Give me one example of that. like in today's current fiction. Unbalanced. What was the Epstein files talking about, brother? I haven't read all of it, but like I don't think that that's something I can talk about on live. But I can tell you it's really bad. But like I can bet you right now, if the Epstein files was made into a fictional series, you'll have people rooting for Epstein. Dee doo doo dee doo doo. Mink 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 mink. Dee doo doo dee doo doo. Wow wow. Dee doo doo dee doo doo. Literally every show. I know. Just give me one. Give me a moment where a bad guy gets like mollywopped. And I'm not talking about a bad guy getting mollywopped by another bad guy. Because I really, people are crazy. They can be. Is it raining outside? Absolute DC has Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman beating their enemies. You know what? I'll take your word for that one because is it raining outside? Bro, how bad is this storm? Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls. You know what? Hey, you know what? You got a point there. You got me there. You got me there. Sorry to interrupt. Yo, it is storming this backside off outside, man. I can hear that. Okay, never mind. It's gone away now. Okay. Bye, Storm. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. You're right though. Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls used to get the man. They used to make him eat feet, bro. Michael B. Jordan just won Best Actor. Are you serious? That's insane. Michael B. for the culture. Let's go. And I know Chadwick Boseman is in heaven right now, giving like that's my boy right there. He better win Best Actor. He literally acted like two people. Hey, shout out to Michael B for like winning one for the culture, though. Definitely. I know racists are going to lose their mind about this. I know every single online racist is going to be like, "Yeah, but there was other people in there who deserve. He did not deserve it." Let's go. Let it ride. For those who don't know, if you don't know what Let It Ride is do me a favor, look it up. Look up DM Archive. Let it ride. He's thanking his parents. That's beautiful. As I told you, Naraku used to get his issues from Inuyasha in the game. They had punching Naraku, Mister. I'm gonna hide in this cave for 100 years. Nobody's ever gonna know that I'm here. Also I have a baboon costume on. Yeah, that's right. Y'all don't know it's me. But you know what? I will. You know what? I'll let you have that one because, like, I haven't actually watched Inuyasha like that. So, I mean, you got me there. I'll take your word for it on that one. Let it ride. I can't get that out of my head now, man. Spider Man. Really? I don't read Marvel, so this is news to me. Really? Oh, this storm sounds disgusting. Actually, yeah, this storm actually sounds pretty bad. If I hear thunder, I'm gonna have to like cut this short, y'all. Should I start watching Inuyasha? I assume so. I mean, I would recommend it. First of all, Inuyasha is timeless. It's beautiful. Like, even without the morality discussion that we're having right now, Inuyasha is a beautiful series. It has amazing music. It's an absolute classic. It's finished, you know. So, you got all the time in the world to watch the actual ending of it. You don't have to worry about like waiting 2 weeks for an episode like Togashi over here with the HSH delays. It's long. Yeah, it's long. It's not as long. It's not as long as One Piece, but it's up there. There's a lot of unnecessary episodes. Uh, I mean, yeah, every anime got fillers, bro. But yeah, like I said, if I hear thunder though, I'm gonna. If I hear thunder, I'm definitely like calling it for sure. Yeah, like I definitely recommend. Like one of my favorite anime series was one of my favorite anime series I was watching was a series called Ronin Warriors. I love that series. That used to be my thing back in the day. And when I learned that there was like remaking that, or rather making another Ronin Warriors, I was lit up like a Christmas tree until I saw that massacre. That made me so mad, bro. Kagome can be annoying. She's always told Inuyasha to sit, but he never gets his lick back. Yeah, that was definitely like something that people brought up. And also the Inuyasha Kagome Kikyo love triangle. That's going to get on your nerves. Because no, it's Inuyasha, Kagome, Kikyo, and Naraku. It's like a love quadrangle, but Naraku is like the odd man out. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think either he's either in love with Kikyo or wants to kill Kikyo. I forget which one. You ever watch Hellsing Ultimate? No, I never seen. When Hellsing was popular, people was talking about it a lot, but I never quite knew what it was. Also, show of hands of who's actually up in here right now. Like 7 people up in here, but it's only like Naraku wants to do both. Okay. Oh, he's one of those, huh? 17 black. Yeah, like when Helsing was like piped up, when Helsing was getting like hyped up, I knew nothing about it. Like all I know is that like people liked it because they liked the main character was he had like a cool hat. Helsing is if Dracula joined Monster Hunters and slaughtered every villain in front of him. Yeah, like I hear a lot of great things about Helsing, you know. But I also hear like the artwork. I saw a second of it, and I just remember just like the artwork was just too grisly, man. The artwork made me think of Doro Hetero a little bit. The villains in Hellsing are literal, yeah, and that's weird because it's like I know Japan likes the N words, the bad guys from World War II. It's like I don't think, well, not like them, but like I always was under the impression that like there was a bit of a love hate relationship with them. So is he a hero or a villain? I mean, he's killing bad guys from the World War II. So I like to think that he's a pretty okay person. I don't know. That's weird. Awesome sauce in here. I hope he's doing okay. I keep going like, I mean, do I love people in my community? That's what I'm saying. I think he's a like. I mean, like I don't think he's a villain if he's. I don't think he's a villain if he's like taking down like people from from World War II. Taking down the bad guys from World War II. I mean, Alucard actually is a pretty decent guy. I bet he is. Something about it, they mad. And loyal to it is okay. Yeah, like I said, you know more about that than I do. Here we get money and boys this way. SRTs and 10 new windows we messed up. We roll past 250 on them all blues. I fell asleep holding some cash. I found. Now that boy, he's talking about page. That's so sad. Well, Dracula's a creature of the night. Okay. He's one of the nicer versions of Dracula. Saying can't be said for a lot of these other versions, but Dracula's a creature of the night. True. Vampire Hunter D Dracula, not a good guy. I believe it. I mean, like, it is kind of like, I mean, that kind of tracks because he is the vampire. He's a vampire hunter he's a vampire that's being hunted. Also, can we just talk about the fact that Dracula has outlived the legend. Dracula outlived the guy that inspired him. Like nobody talks that much about Vlad the Impaler, but people love talking about Dracula. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever notice that? Like there was a time when Vlad the Impaler was like there was a time when Vlad the Impaler was kind of like sort of getting some kind of something. And then all of a sudden it's like, do I believe in aliens? Yes, I do. I believe that everybody should believe in aliens. You think we're the only ones out here? Nah. I believe that bacteria are alien like. There are certain things on the earth that are just very, very, very hard to explain. So it's pretty easy to just say they're from another planet. The creator of Dracula actually said they made Dracula as monstrous and evil as possible because they didn't want anyone romanticizing this version of Dracula. Tell me, actually said they made Dracula as monsters. Yeah, bro. Sad part is that like they wanted to make. Sad part is it's kind of hard to do that when people love evil. We get money, them boys. That's why we get money, and them boys don't. That's why they mad. SRTs intended windows. We messed up with. We roll past 250 and all blues. I fall asleep holding some cash. I have my oppie. Now that boy, he's talking about face. That stuff is sad. I heard there's money on my head. Come get you. What? Because you bad. I won't do that. Check out you. Bro, but hold up, one. I don't play golf. Our brother. Castlevania Dracula, a guy who became a villain from tragedy. That's what I'm saying. It's like they really do want to like make him as like they because people like Dracula. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what it is. It's like oh yeah, it's cool for somebody to like bite somebody's neck and drink their blood. I mean that's the coolest thing on the planet. True, many different versions of Dracula. Yeah, because people like evil. Shoot, I'm ready for the day when there's a horror movie dedicated to women who are werewolves. I want to see women werewolves. I want to see women get feral. I'm talking howling in the night, biting people. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking like when they get mad enough, their hair starts like getting all like starts growing and getting all unwavering. I want to see women werewolves. I want to see women werewolves. You feel me? The world is ready for that. The world is ready for a movie where women can like just go nuts. They made it look attractive in a new movie. What new movie? Like I'm not even talking about like sexy woman werewolves. I'm talking about just I'm sure that movie exists. I don't know, man. Werewolves. I'm talking about like not where a woman is sexy. I'm talking about where she's like feral, like primal. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen a woman eat a rotisserie chicken? I'm talking about like that. I'm talking like that, but that entire energy. You feel me? Sorry, I was reading something. My bad, y'all. Women werewolves. You watch the movie Ginger Snaps. Ginger Snaps is like that a werewolf movie about her turning into one. I mean, maybe. You know what? I believe it. I never heard of it before, but I'll check it out. Definitely. All right. Alex the Campy even describes how she wanted to issue the Hassel Dracula portrayal and instead portray him as a unknowable other. What if Dracula was an handsome Romanian prince? Yeah, that should be the case. That should be the case. Stop making it like we need to stop making villains attractive too. We really do. Like, because people don't care. Like, when there's one thing I've learned is that like if you look good enough, people will let you get away with anything. Like I had as a kid, I had the biggest crush on Tyra Banks. I was a nameless, faceless ancient terror. That makes sense. I mean, yeah, as a kid, I had a humongous crush on Tyra Banks, and in my brain, she could do no wrong because she's just that hot. And like, I just started watching the Bane of Reckoning. Watch Ginger Snaps. By the way, shout out. By the way, Bane of Reckoning. He's the cinema guy. He's a cinema guy. But yeah, like I'm recently watching the. I'm actually watching the. I just watched the first episode of the Um, America's Next Top Model movie. I mean, not movie. The Top Model documentary, and like everything I thought I knew about Tyra Banks, I didn't know. She's a beautiful woman, but she is apparently not the. Oh, she is. I don't know the right way to say it. I don't want to say she's evil, but she did some evil stuff. And this documentary is like proof of it. It's actually like something that kind of really kind of got to me a little bit, like when I saw it. It's just I don't want to say she's evil. I'll say she did some evil stuff. Okay. I'll say she was in the room when some evil stuff happened. Okay. Like I can't say she herself is evil. Like my childhood crush bias won't let me. But it's like she's hot though. It's like the sad part is that like she could probably like I don't know. She could probably like rob me and I would be like, oh, I was a fan of yours. You're beautiful. You know, I thought she was nice. And what's this documentary about? Whoo, whoo. Okay, the America's Next Top Model documentary is obviously about the show America's Next Top Model, which is older than I thought it was. Actually, I didn't know it was that old. Um, but um, but in it there are some moments that will be discussed in the show that are going to be let's just say like it doesn't paint Tyra Banks in the right light. I don't want to call it a hit piece because it's more about the show than about Tyra Banks. But since she was such an essential part of the show, but because she was such an essential part of the show, it's like, ooh boy, that. But she's not a nice lady. She definitely did. She definitely was in the room when a lot of dirty things happened. You feel me? And that's the best way I can explain it. But yeah, like if you ever get bored, it's on Netflix. It's America's Next Top Model documentary, and I just watched it. But like what I was saying though is that like when some of the most like but it's like when a bad person is beautiful, she's one of the producers of the doc. She's one of the producers of the documentary. She wrote that documentary herself. Yo, that is wow. In the words of the late Bray Wyatt, yowie wowie. But she didn't have the final say over everything that was shown. Yeah, man, bro, they really like because like I literally just saw the first episode and that just went over my head a little bit. Also, seeing Tyra Banks seeing Tyra Banks now as she's older and she's like thicker now. It's like oh my gosh, she's still hot, and it's like I can't. My brain can't fathom the idea of her being evil. You know what I'm saying? But it's like she was in the room when evil stuff was happening. She was kind of like in charge of the show. There's another doc about it, interviews and more contestants. Oh my goodness. Oh my lord. Tyra about to go to jail. But that's what I'm saying though. But like that's the reason why I'm saying like to go back to my point. Villains like becoming good, like villains being good looking, kind of gives people a like kind of gives them a pass in some people's eyes, you know. And I feel like that shouldn't be the case, and I think that that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like hot people shouldn't get free rides because they're evil. You know what I'm saying? No, no, evil people shouldn't get free rides because they're hot. I said that backwards. Because like there's probably some ridiculously beautiful people out there who aren't evil. You know what I'm saying? People take advantage of because I totally can because they're too beautiful and they don't know anything. But it's like, come on, man. Like, we really do need to but it's like, evil hot people shouldn't get free rides. You know what I'm saying? Evil hot people shouldn't get free rides. And also, people good hot people who aren't evil shouldn't be getting mistreated. Shouldn't be getting mistreated. It's really just that simple. Oh boy, I've been yapping for too long. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. There's another doc, man, bro. If Tyra doesn't go to jail, there's gonna be a lot of people who's gonna want her there. I know that much. It's gonna get cray cray out here. I still got 6 people up in here. That is insane. I got 6 people up in here. That's crazy. So watch that TMNT documentary. There's a TMNT documentary. I didn't know about that. Shoot, you're gonna have to send me the link to that, bro. For those who don't know, Bane the Reckoning is my real life homeboy. So whatever he says about me might be legit. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. I don't know what you heard about me, but you can't get a shell up out of me. Green skin and rap, green skin and something something. Because I'm TMNT. Martial arts and weapons and things. Yep, on Paramount. Okay. I might have to check it out. I'm surprised it ended before 10. What was there like a big there was no big moments, no crazy things that happened? Shoot. Okay. I'm reading only Canon Mirage Works right now. Wasn't like what? No IDW, bro? What's going on? Oh, okay. Then IDW. Okay, I just saw that. All right, cool, cool. Shout out to Night Ghoul, by the way. This is the most interaction I got out of like it's kind of bummed me out that Awesome Sauce wasn't here, but I appreciate you for sticking around, man. Shoot, I ain't gonna lie to I'm getting a little woozy. I'm getting a little woozy willy over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this a little short. Really appreciate you guys for sticking around. Much love to every single one of y'all. And remember, uh she still looked the same, but she did get thick. She really did. I figured it'd be easier to read Mirage than IDW, and instead of back and forth, I dig it. I figured you was gonna read them at the same time, but maybe that's just me. Oh boy, I'm definitely getting old. But yeah, real quick to every single one of y'all out there, remember that you are more than just a person. You are an experience. You can choose to be a good experience, a bad experience, and no experience. And I definitely recommend being a good experience and no experience at all, because some people do need a little something in their life, and nobody needs a bad experience. Because who wants to be a 2 to 10 on somebody else's bad day, right? Like what's up with that? you know. With that being said, though, remember to spread love and peace out there, and if you can't spread love and peace, once again, spread nothing at all, because some people just need a little bit of nothing. With that, I say love and peace. And until next time, we outie.